6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to Through Black and White Eyes for the evening's Oil Brothers with Martin. This is going to be a fun show. We are going to be picking our combined 11 from current players, but not who's better, who's this, who's that, on current form. So this will be a heated discussion and one that might throw up a few surprises. Anyway, I'm not bitter, but it's hilarious how shit Isaac has been. We'll come down to a comment later on. Welcome to All Brothers Part 8. I think it is the 8th one. Please like, share, subscribe, hype both channels. It's free. Remember, hypes only work after shows. Please adhere to standard community guidelines, keep comments respectful, and of course, enjoy the show. It's going to be weird with the way YouTube's decided to start doing the whole full handle rather than your name. But there we go. No problem. Watching the kids be Mansfield, they won up already. Get in. Even Adam. Even everyone. Blade, Gary. Great to see you in the chat as always. And there is, YouTube is doing the full username thing again. Good evening, all. Yep, Martin's in the background waiting to come on. No combined about it. I know. It's going to be very interesting, Martin. You're going to have to... Oh, it's 1-1 now. You have to put your case forward for a lot of things because I'm in control. Someone said they're getting bored. I forgot where it is now. I missed it. Getting bored about the Isaac stuff. Do you know what it is? I'm not bored about the Isaac saga until he actually starts playing well and scoring goals. Until then, hammer him, guys. Hammer him, and just enjoy the downfall. I think people are going to realize that, the team made Isaac. Isaac didn't make the team. So there we go. Anyway, forget about that for tonight because we've got lots to discuss. I'll bring Martin in and we'll see how he is. How we doing, pal?
Evening. Yeah, I'll be on camera in 5. I'm just in the middle of something.
Evening. This is going to be an interesting topic.
It's not, but I think this will be quite easy to do.
Potentially. But remember, it's on current performance, not on how good.
Don't forget, City are the most informed team in the league. So I hope we're not doing on current form. We are doing it on current form. And I wouldn't say you're the most. Well, City, we are. 2025, we've collected the most points and most wins out of any team in the Premier League.
Oh, no, not 2025. This season. This season alone.
We're 7 unbeaten.
Yeah. But you
won 5, drawn 2.
But you've conceded goals. How many?
Third best defence.
Second best defence, sitting right here.
All right, top goal scorers.
Got the top goal scorer.
No, we are officially the top goal scorers in the Premier League.
Yeah, but you've got the top goal scorer. There's other players who scored more goals than all the other players.
I apologise for having the world's best striker. I apologise for that.
Finisher. Let's get that right.
Oh, okay then. Finisher. He's got more. He's got double Isaac's assists. Let's not do this, Baz. Come on now.
Who? Who?
Oh, who? Don't even give me this Voldemort stuff when we get. Don't even play this game.
What do you mean?
Don't even do that game.
What do you mean? I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm sorry. That's one thing I'm putting my foot down on. Voldemort is not getting in anywhere near ahead of Haaland. Let's not play that one.
Oh, he's not. But Voldemort is a number 10, not a number 9. We're waiting for our number 9 to come back into fitness and and come into the team to play with him. You know, so there's.
Are we doing manager as well? Because that's going to be quite an easy one as well, isn't it?
Is it?
Oh, Baz, don't do this.
Can I ask how many clean sheets you've kept this season?
I actually don't know.
Oh, see, this is not very good, Martin. You see, so Nick Pope's got more clean sheets than anybody in the Premier League.
Yeah, but that means that could mean you've got a better defence.
Oh, so now we're talking about better defenders. Now that's interesting. So this.
Hang on a minute.
Harder and harder.
We've not lost a game since the world's best goalkeepers turned up.
He's only played how many games?
He's played 5. No, 7. 7.
Premier League.
7 he's been here. We've been unbeaten.
Premier League.
Well, 6. Yeah, no, on Champions League.
No, just Premier League, man.
Just Premier League. Yes, okay, yeah. 5 League games unbeaten. He's started L5.
Hi, Dan.
He started L5, and we've not lost a game with him.
Yep. But how many clean sheets has he kept?
Oh my god!
But these are the things you got to look at, Martin. Nick Pope is on fire. If you're not even considering Nick Pope, then it's game over.
We'll have a debate on it, but it's only Donnarumma.
No, but again, on current form.
Donnarumma.
No.
All right, then. Who just won Save of the Month?
Well, Nick Pope probably should have won it, but they're giving it to Tom.
Oh, who won it? There's not now better going to go on here tonight, is there?
That was the save against Mbeumo, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was a good save.
Nick Pope would pull his bloody shoulder blade out pulling off that save.
Nick Pope's fantastic
save. I had a keeper on our show last night, our number 1 for Monterey Bay, and he asked me straight up. He said, "When is Aaron Ramsdale going to get a chance?" And he's a Spaniard. I mean, he's born in Spain. He was just like, I don't rate Nick Pope. He says Aaron Ramsdale's a better keeper. Why did we loan him if we're not going to give him a shout? You know,
we loaned him to give Nick Pope a kick up the arse, and it's worked.
I'll tell you, I'll get paid under 20 grand a week wage just for a kick up the arse.
Well, he's definitely going to get games. It's just how can you drop a goalkeeper who's in such fine form?
You're paying Ramsdale more than Pope, and you sat him on a bench. It's the most useless loan I've ever seen in world football.
Well, it's not, is it? Because if Pope gets injured, then you got Ramsdale to come in, haven't you? Where in the past we would have had Dubravka or we would have had the Greek goalkeeper.
Your backup keeper is on more money than your main goalie, and you bought him on loan.
That's just again. That his wages at Southampton were obviously higher, weren't they? So there's not a lot we can do about that.
You don't pay 100% of them. You pay 50%.
I don't know how much we're paying of it. To be fair, has Martin Malacarver?
He's in a Guy Ritchie film, our Martin.
Yeah, you don't mess with me then. You don't mess with these manx.
He's part of the bad guys.
Lock, stock, and 2 smoking Martins.
Unfortunately, I have a very sick missus at the moment who's in bed.
Oh.
I've been moved out of my
studio. We send all our love to her.
Yeah, hope she feels better.
So I'm throwing Nick Pope in there straight away. Nick Pope started 7 games, played 7, goals conceded per game 0.7, right? And he's kept 5 clean sheets out of 7 games.
Out of 7 games,
So there's only Liverpool who have put 1 past us and Arsenal who have put past us. That's it. Everybody else clean sheets.
Martin, I don't know if you can argue with that.
Well, I can.
Go on.
All right, let's hear it.
So you haven't lost a game since Donnarumma come in. We've conceded, me count them up, United 3 now. 2 goals, is it? 2 goals. So he's clapped 3 clean sheets in the Premier League. We're only doing Premier League, aren't we?
Yeah, just Premier League.
Premier League goal of the month, save of the month, nominated for player of the month, and he's Gigi Donnarumma.
Told you, you can't just use names. It's current.
Well, listen, he's the best goalie in the world for me.
So he started 6. He's conceding 1.3 goals per game. So that's 0.6 higher than Nick Pope. And he's kept 3 clean sheets.
And that save against Brentford, 1-on-1. See you later. The Brentford player went, oh, no, I don't fancy that. I'll run the other way. Took one look at him and ran away.
I love it. Right, Nick Pope's our goalkeeper, guys.
And Donnarumma's on the bench. Well,
Donnarumma's on the bench.
There you go.
Current form.
On current form.
Current form, Nick Pope gets it.
5 clean sheets versus 3. I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't mean to beat up on you, but it's our show, Martin. Okay. So are we going right back next?
Hang on. Thought this was a joint show. What's this, my show, your show stuff? Hang on. That wasn't in the pre-contract when we signed this.
Hold on a moment. This is exactly what you did to us last week.
Because City have got a better team than Newcastle. What do you want me to do?
Wait a minute. Last week we were talking flops, right?
Yes, we were.
Yeah, and we had more flops.
Yeah, exactly.
That's because you spent more money.
Well, you can't compare the Newcastle team to the City team. Come on, there. What are we doing?
Of course you can.
Okay.
Well, no. Okay, no. So
all right. Well,
okay, but Baz. Okay, Baz.
Yep.
Do we concede then? That's fine.
I was going to give you the midfield, but screw it now. You're not having the midfield anymore. I'm going to argue the toss on the midfield now. You were getting the midfield, but screw it now.
We've got 2 of the midfield.
Oh, easily.
Are we doing 4-4-2 again?
No, we're doing 4-2-3-1.
See, I know what he's done here because I know what Baz has done. I know what he's done. He's been a real conniving little sod here because he knows 9 times out of 10 it's Rodri, but he's got no inform at the moment. So Rodri's injured, so we can't stick Rodri in the 11 because he's been a conniving little sod because he's picked this when Newcastle have suddenly won a game. Amazing, that, isn't it? We'd have done this 2 weeks ago. It was a clean sweep. I know what he's done here, the conniving little git.
I've made it interesting.
I was going to say, I was going to say, on current form, the entire bench is Man City because they have a better bench than we do.
We have a better 11. Bar 2. But we're doing on form now.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
So on form, right back.
On form, right back. We don't have a right back.
So Trippier.
So you can have that. See, I'm fair. You can have that. We don't have a right back. Unless I'm going to put Nunes in. No, because Kushinov's injured. You know that player who rejected you. Hey, we can all go here, you know.
Oh yeah. I was expecting it. Left back on current form. Now we don't really have
He's got to be Nico Riley. You got to put Nico Riley there. He's even got an England squad based on his form.
Yeah, fair enough. Yep.
So,
I'll let you have that one.
Yeah,
you got.
We give our kids a chance.
So do we. So Lewis Miley.
Go on.
17 years old.
Josko Gavardio, we're going to have a fight. We're going to have a fight of Gavardio's that have been in this back line. We're going to have
this is going to be interesting, though, because on current form, obviously... Dan Burn, he's moved to left back recently, so it's very hard to put him at left centre back. Gavardio definitely... Yeah, Chow and Botman are the 2 that we would throw out. Obviously, I'm only expecting 1 to get in. But I'm interested to hear from you, Martin. Looking at your back 4, and if you had the choice to take Botman or Chow to pair Gavardio, who would you pick on current form?
On current form, I've got Diaz. Diaz has been phenomenal the last 3 games. Since Donnarumma's been in. Now, again, this is where, because you've done yourself here a little bit, on form, 4 weeks ago, Diaz wasn't even in the conversation.
I get that.
Since Donnarumma's come in, Diaz has become Ruben Diaz again.
4 weeks ago, Chow wasn't in the conversation.
Exactly.
Because he came on as a substitute because Cher went down concussed.
So for me, I'm going Gvardiol Diaz.
Well, you're allowed one.
Well, why you've got goalie, right back, left back.
Yeah, but the goalie
left back. Hold on, you've got left back.
You've got left back.
I say on current form, it's Chow Gvardiol.
Let's have a look, shall we?
Are you pulling up sofa score and shit?
Sorry, are we not doing eye test? Is eye test out of the window here?
Gvardiol 7.5. Oh no, eye test is in there as well. But I'm just looking at stat. How is that? I like my stats. You should know this by now. Stats are always good to look at. Squad.
This is where I need Ed or someone. I need Ed. Where's Ed? This is where I need Ed. Where are you? You've let me down.
Season so far, Botman's got a 7.30 rating, so better than Gvardiol already.
But we've had different fixtures.
I know we are.
This is true. This is where
we've had tough fixtures as well. Very tough fixtures.
Yeah, the only two goals that we've had, the only two goals that have beaten us are Liverpool and Arsenal.
You do know City are the most informed team in the league right now, don't you? If you play in the stats game,
well, they're not because they're not top of the league.
Yeah,
you're not because you're not top of the league.
We're unbeaten in 7.
All right.
It doesn't matter.
Okay, but we're okay.
Nice try.
What are you doing? Your stats or what?
I think Gvardiol and Botman should be the back line. I think that's a phenomenal back line, to be honest with you. Actually, Malik Chow's stats are actually, he's obviously a lot better on the eye than what he is in stats. Like, the difference between Botman and Chow is incredible when it comes to stats. There's about 0.60 difference, and that's huge.
What, Chow is what, 6 point something? 6.7?
And Botman's
7.3.
I'm just gonna message someone. I need help here.
Go on.
Martin with phone a friend. There you go.
He's trying to phone Ed. Ed, get in here now. I'm getting bullied.
Someone asked in the comments, what does being Spanish have to do with being a goalkeeper? Nothing. It was just from a European point of view. It wasn't an American keeper. Is the point I was trying to make.
It also shows that he's not.
I'm still having Gvardiol Diaz. I'm still having Gvardiol because you're going to get the majority in the midfield.
Are we?
You're going to get 2 out of 3 of them because if you're doing in form.
Well, I'm still going Gvardiol and Botman. I pulled
right.
one.
Well, I'm. Well, you can screw you having your midfield now. Then I'm going to find that one out.
Well, to be fair though, in the midfield, there's 5 to pick from. I only see us potentially getting 2.
What formation we're playing? 5 in the midfield.
4-2-3-1.
4-2-3-1, and it fits the Man City narrative for the 10.
Yeah, we don't play
the 9.
Double pivot.
Yeah, but it fits the. You'll see why I've done it because it's more.
You've done it to suit your players. I know you've done.
I've done it to make sure we had a shout of actually getting some players into the team. Exactly, we've got Tonali, right? So obviously, there's the 2 sitting. I mean, there's only this is where the Newcastle sort of bullies you in a way because we've got Tonali and Bruno. So if you're playing a 4-2-3-1, who would you write? Obviously, unfortunately, Rodri doesn't come into it.
Well, of course, I'd say Rodri because Rodri's the best CDM in world football. Yeah. But you go in a form, but he's going to get punished for injuries.
Well, of course he is because it's got to be current form. That's why I did it.
Well, Nico G's been in form the last 2 games, then.
But so is Tonali and Bruno.
All right, but to be.
So you're going to get.
Just turned it into a Newcastle 11.
I'm not because how is it in Newcastle 11? There's 3 Newcastle, 2 Man City so far. then potentially 2 Newcastle in the midfield. Then I reckon
so it becomes 5 against 2.
No, but then you're getting,
and that's just not reality, though, is it?
Yeah, but you will get the front 4 because there's nobody in our front 4 who probably rivals you's.
I don't know. I think the right wing could be a debate. Who's your right winger at the minute?
Well, this is it.
Elanga.
That's what I mean. It changes a lot.
Exactly.
This is why, and I know you're doing inform, but the trouble is, unless you play the same 11 all the time, what's classed as inform?
Well, inform is, you
last 3 games, last 4 games, last 5 games,
last 6.
Well, Nico G's been very good in the last 2 or 3 games.
Has he been better than Bruno? I see Bruno hasn't been that good.
That's what I mean. So I was about to throw that out. Bruno's not exactly playing Bruno at the moment.
I was going to say Tonali would be my 1.
Tonali, yeah, I'll give you Tonali 100%. But I if you're doing the info, this is difficult. Should have done this later on in the season.
No, I want to do it now because it's national break, isn't it?
And we're only 7 games in. So wait a minute. So if Nico G and Tonali are the sitting midfielders, who we all know that you're going to put Haaland up front.
Oh yeah, Haaland's going up front. Yeah,
because he's I mean that's sewn up. If we're playing a 4-2-3-1, Haaland is at the point, and that's it. But I would argue that Big Nick, behind him in the 10.
See, this is where it gets really complicated because how is Foden playing?
Behave.
Foden for me would be.
Wow, Dad, this is what I mean. We're going wild here.
Okay, but it's a mixed 11, Mark.
Exactly.
No, it's not. Wasn't no. On my WhatsApp, it does not say mixed. No.
So that's what I was told.
Combined 11 on current form.
Foden's on form at the minute.
I know he is. That's why I said you will have the front 4.
Yeah, for Foden, for me, he's the 10.
But
Doku on the left. Doku's been
does come into it.
Doku's been fantastic. Yep, agreed.
Doku, I would.
And Haaland.
Yeah.
Because we didn't have Gordon for 3 games.
Yeah.
He was.
No, Dad, I know why it said to you. I know why he's done the inform. So we're doing it on just straight 11. It's the City 11 minus 1 or 2. That's why he's done the inform bit.
Well, it's
because he's clever with it.
No, I would. If it wasn't inform, I would still get Botman in there easily. I would get Tino in there.
Nah, you won't. You won't.
Yes, I would. Botman, Tino, Tonali.
Tino ahead of him.
Tino at right back.
Oh, right.
Instead of Trippier.
Yeah.
But Botman would definitely be in the centre back running, 100%.
Disagree with that.
Bruno and Tonali will. How can you disagree on a 7.30?
No, because Rodri would be in before Bruno or Tonali.
Yeah, but see, there we
He's the best CDM in the world, Baz.
Yeah, he's not having.
Come on.
I would
he's
argue
not having a great season, Baz, because he's injured.
I know exactly.
Come on, man.
Exactly. But I would still argue Tonali, Bruno, and Rodri. It depends what formation you play as well.
You do realise City are in a title race here, don't you? We're in a title race.
And I'd love it.
I don't know if you know
that. Love it if we beat you.
I don't know if you know this, but we're in a title race.
I would also argue, even though obviously your left back's playing quite well, but Lewis Hall's probably a better left back.
Then it's O'Reilly, right?
O'Reilly. Yeah, O'Reilly.
No, because I think when O'Reilly moved to left back last season with the last sort of 10, 11 games, he was part of the reason that we went 10 games unbeaten. We went 10 games unbeaten last season. So, yeah, and I think O'Reilly was a massive part of that, hence why he's broke into the England squad.
Yeah, but Lewis Hall would be in front of him if he didn't get injured.
Not sure.
You would have.
All right, then we're doing that. Eight Nori gets in ahead of Lewis Hall.
No, he doesn't.
Yes, he does, because he was in the top 2 left backs in the country last season statistically. Can I do this, Baz?
I'd rather have Lewis Hall.
Lewis Hall would not get in the City team.
He would if he was fully fit.
He wouldn't.
He would.
He wouldn't.
Okay, listen, guys. I'm going to play peacekeeper here. It's a combined 11. Plus,
This is no combined. Baz has come in this with an ulterior motive, and he has.
Okay, when in the WhatsApp chat, when I got the link, it said today's discussion combined 11 on current form. That's 11 on the pitch and 7 on the bench. Actually, it's 9. It's 9 on the bench, but
Oh God!
You didn't win a Premier League game till about a week and a half ago, and you're telling me about Info.
Yeah, but we were playing well, though. That's the difference.
No.
All right, come on.
You don't do this, Baz. Come on.
You tell me when we haven't.
You were relegation form for the first 4 weeks.
Yeah, but we weren't relegation as in performances, though. Yes, our points didn't match what our performances was on the pitch.
All right, then. Well, our performances didn't match our defeats.
Yeah, but that's always the same with City. You have more of the ball. Apart from
Tottenham, I'll give you Tottenham. Tottenham we deserve to lose, but Monaco we battered them.
But again, you're talking about Champions League. Why are you bringing Champions League up in a Premier League conversation? Exactly. Champions League.
Listen, I can't wait till we get this back on ours next week. I'm going to play this card all night long.
I think I've been very fair so far, to be fair.
In your eyes.
Fair. He said fair twice in the same sentence.
Yep. Yeah, he did.
Okay.
I know.
All right. So what do we got?
Don't worry, Dan. Before you came in, he was trying to throw a defence out on the manager front at me. I said, "What are you doing? Let's just get in the box."
I'm always going to defend my manager.
Your manager, he won't get any top 3 or 4 job.
Oh, easily. He's going to be the next England manager as well. Just remember that.
Yeah, I hope he does.
Potentially. But why?
That's why I don't watch England.
He's not good enough, according to you.
I don't rate England.
Really? I thought we played well last night.
I don't rate against the dog and duck of Latvia. I don't get excited by that, Baz.
I don't get excited by it.
I have higher standards being a City fan.
Oh God, Jesus! For the last 15 years, I'll give you that. But let's just remember where you came from. I had a great picture somewhere. I need to find it because it'll wind Martin up. It'll wind a lot of people up.
So just to give everybody a recap, we've got Nick Pope in goal. We've got Kieran Trippier at right back. We've got Sven Botman and Gvardiol in center back. We've got O'Reilly at left back. We've got currently Tonali, Bruno, Nico G. Who else have we got in midfield?
All in the front. So we're missing the left winger. So Doku's probably going to be the left winger, isn't
well,
he?
That's what I had already conceded. Martin said Doku, and I said, "Yep, that's absolute."
Oh my God!
What?
No, I'm reading some of the chat. Wild! Wow! Voldemort is going to be better than Ireland.
Yeah, that's not going to happen. But he is good.
This is why you don't go drinking, Gary. Don't drink. It's bad for you. Stay off that drink.
Oh man, yeah. I mean.
Someone said the decline of Man City. We're 3 points off the top of the league, but we're on a decline. I don't want to see us when we're not on a decline, man.
What I found really funny though is that this whole Man City dark horses for a title challenge. I mean, dark horses.
Oh, I'm playing that card all day.
Christ. See,
I am the leopard in the tree. I'm the leopard in the tree and enjoying it.
It's insufferable when it comes to things like that. Dark horses.
No, do you know what it is, Baz? I think so many people. I'll tell you what it is. I know. We'll come back to it in a minute.
Yeah.
So many people disrespected City and Pep Guardiola based on one so-so season.
Last season.
And I think that's what's wound a lot of people up. And what we've done is it's a little bit of tongue-in-cheek we're doing this. But the simple fact is, and I said this all last week, people will know about Manchester City when it's too late to do anything about Manchester City in this race. Because too many people have wrote us off, put us under the bus. Pep's finished. This guy's finished. That's finished. You will see.
So many times before.
You will see. Right, Pep Guardiola and City off at your peril. But don't cry at me if it all comes back out in the wash and we win.
No, the background picture is basically St. James's Park when we got taken by the Saudis.
In black and white.
In black and white. Yeah. That's amazing. So right wing, you had Oscar Bob playing in the last game. Didn't have game, but there we go. Who we're putting in there? Because obviously I can't throw any of our right wingers into this conversation.
The only one the trouble is with us, Baz, we've had 4 right wingers this season.
Right.
We've had Semenyo there, we've had Bernardo there, we've had Oscar Bob there, we've had Cherky there. So,
and we've had Murphy and or Elanga. And Barnes hasn't played on the right, and Gordon was out for 3 matches.
So the right winger I'll give you because I think our right wing's a bit of a. We need to get some consistency on the right wing for us.
Well, so do we. I literally
but on form. So okay, but pull out the stats now. So look at the ratings because Murphy's only come on as a sub. He's only started twice. He started against Leeds. Is that right?
Yeah. Didn't he start? No, it was Langer started against Villa, wasn't it?
Right. It is New Order that sang Regret. That was off their last album. Right. Republic was the name of the album.
So played 6, started 4, 1 assist, created 2 big chances. I mean, his stats are terrible. 6.70. That's the Jacob Murphy I know. Ed's made it too late. Hello, Ed.
Hey, Ed.
How you doing? Sorry.
Oh, it took you long enough.
I was getting off work, man. You know, some of us got to work around here, Martin. You know.
You haven't made it in time to save Martin, I'm afraid. Where's Elanga? There he is. Why is Elanga classed in the?
Do you know they put Nick Pope in ahead of Donnarumma, Ed?
On current form.
Wait, current form? You mean the guy that kicked the ball to Arsenal? That guy?
Yes, that guy who's kept 5 clean sheets, 2 more than your goalkeeper.
Go on, Ed. Tell him, Ed.
Come on, Ed. Try it.
The same guy that you want, that people are calling for Ramsdale for?
I'm not calling for Ramsdale for him. I think Nick Pope's in great form. Fantastic saves, kept us in games, kept us in the game against Arsenal. I know, yes, he did cost us it with that stupid clearance. But the game would have been out of sight if it wasn't for him in the first place. Now, this is how bad Elanga's been in the league. He's only started twice.
But sorry, I know I just jumped in, but I kind of want to go where I left off last time, Baz.
No, we're in the middle of doing.
Okay, you guys are in the middle of something. My bad.
You're gonna have to wait. Premier League Elanga started 3 out of 7. Expected goals 0.61.
So wait a minute. You said Elanga's only started 3, then Murphy has started 4.
Murphy has started. Oh, where's he gone? He's up in the 4.
You said started 4 and then came on as a sub twice.
Yeah, started 4. Came on as a sub twice. And he's just not. I mean, his expected goals is better than Elanga's, 1.32. Let's go to Man City. Slightly ahead of us in the league. There we go. Squad. Right, who are you throwing in for the right side?
Well, that's what I mean. I've got Oscar Bob, Bernardo Silva, Semenyo. Who else played on the right? Cherky. It's what I mean.
But then when you've got so many good players, it's hard to have a consistent starting 11.
So he started one.
There you go. Dan's got it. Dan knows the game.
Look, I understand.
But you take combined stats for all 7 games or 6 games or 5 games or 4 games. You look at the form, is what he said. That's the way it was.
But the trouble is,
current form.
Other than Bernardo, we've had well, Foden's even played. This is the problem. We don't play wingers in that way.
Right. Yeah.
This is the problem with us on wingers.
4-2-3-1. It's not really wingers.
No, but I have this debate, and I'll tell you, this debate goes on and blew out and everyone in the chat. Your wingers are not our wingers. We don't play touchline balling wingers. They have to invert and they have to pass the ball around and start being.
Martin, I'm not going to lie to you on this one. They can put Murphy in there. I'm not going to lie to you.
How about Ed? I said Elanga. I can't. The right wing is a problem for me.
Yeah.
But the 10, the left wing, and the striker is ours.
Yeah, for sure.
But what you're saying, what Baz's stats are saying is
we're all terrible as well.
Well, no, but what you're saying is between the two that have played right wing for us for Newcastle, Murphy's on better form than Alenga.
He's played more games, but his rating's worse.
Okay, we're talking about current form.
I know, but that's what I'm saying to you is on current
form.
Dan,
this is why I said to Baz, this current form after 7 games is hard. How do we define current form in 7 games?
So do we circle?
Got to use the eye test.
That's what Baz was looking at earlier. We mentioned eye test before.
No, what Baz has done is he thought of a way to get the most Newcastle players.
Oh, he want to go to stats,
and then sat there and was going right. And now he's hit his problem.
The only problem we've hit is the right wing. And I wouldn't.
That's what he's done. I know what he's told you, Dan, but that wasn't what he was thinking. He was manipulating everyone behind the scenes.
Okay, so tell me the team so far, though. What's the team so far? And big up the chat.
Starting from go ahead, Baz.
Nick Pope in goal. Trippier at right back. O'Reilly at left back. Botman and Gavardio are 2 centre backs. Then you've got Tonali and Bruno sitting. And then we've got Doku on the left, Foden on number 10, Haaland up front, and it's the number 9 that we're struggling with.
Okay, that's not too bad.
Exactly.
You won't let me have Diaz or Donnarumma. Donnarumma and Diaz.
No, Donnarumma is like the major one there. You know, you can argue between Diaz and Botman. Fair. You can argue between Diaz and Botman.
But what about? I thought Nico G was one of the holding midfielders. I thought we had surrendered that one.
No,
we'd given up Bruno to Nico.
No, he took it off, man.
I wasn't surrendering it.
Martin, come on now. You can't ask Nico G to be ahead of either one of those two.
No, Ed, because it was in form, and Bruno's not been in form lately.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That is true.
His stats prove differently, to be fair. Nick Pope's stats has got... Actually, right. Let's talk about the centre backs. I just want you to I want to prove you completely wrong on this one, right? Sven Botman, right? He's played 4 games. Started 4 games out of 5. Right? He's played 339 minutes. His rating is 7.30, and I think he's 2 clean sheets. Right? I think that's a fantastic start to the season.
What 7.30 rating? What ratings are you on here for 7.30?
Well, that's how they do it on SofaScore. They do it as not 7
out
of 10.
That's where I know you've got your stuff from.
Baz, can I challenge you on that? Can I challenge you on that one?
Not yet. Let me get the defender stats for City. So City season 7.15 for Gavardio. Played this less games. Well, played 4. Actually, it's the same. He's got 1 assist, and he's got 2 clean sheets as well. So, personally, I think Diaz probably deserves to be in front of Gavardio.
Martin, you're on mute, mate.
Diaz is 7.
That's why I said Gavardio Diaz.
No, but it's Diaz Botman, because Botman's ahead of Gavardio. On a defensive side of things, remember. Not just about going forward, it's about defending. 7.45 is Diaz's rating out 4 games. He's got no goals, no assists, no big chances created, but he's done the defensive side of things better than Gavardio. So personally, I think it should be Diaz and Botman as the 2 centre-back pairings.
Yeah, Diaz has been better as of late compared to Gavardio, if we're going to be fair.
But Martin wanted Gavardio in. And he had
I wanted Donnarumma because these 2 penalised Donnarumma for not being here for the first 3 games.
Like I said, Pope's been on better form over a period of time. 5 clean sheets.
Because he's played 3 more games.
He's got 5 clean sheets. We've got most clean sheets in the Premier League.
But who just want to save it a month?
Yeah, for one good camera save, it's great. You know, it's great.
Off the back of a treble.
I'm still going there, Paul. Sorry. I think it's a very balanced team between both sets of Apart from the right winger.
Nick Pope wouldn't smell the City team.
No, he wouldn't in general, but that's not the conversation.
That's why you wanted to buy our backup as his replacement.
I'm not disagreeing with that one.
You wanted to be his replacement. That's the ironic thing here. Our backup.
It doesn't matter. It's current form, man.
Dan knows exactly what I mean.
Yeah, but I know deep down, Nick Pope would never walk into most teams. But on current form, Nick Pope is one of the best goalkeepers in the Premier League at the moment. On current,
would you take Trafford?
I still would take Trafford, yes, because of his age, because he's better at kicking the ball, and he can also save it. But Trafford has shown some very, very poor.
Did we lose Martin?
Figures. Yeah, we've lost him for a little bit. Trafford has shown that he wasn't good enough for Man City.
Sorry, my internet took me out, and now my camera won't come on. What the frick's going on here?
My internet might go down because Vodafone have been an absolute disgrace the last 2 days. I was doing a show the other night, and I got kicked off it 3 times myself. It was an absolute.
No, I got kicked off a show last night. I was trying to do. We were doing USA versus Australia at 4 a.m. That was a laugh.
Oh, Jesus
Thanks, Ed.
Right,
I told you that you shouldn't have Aussies and Americans on the show. Then that's not my problem.
Good shout.
I heard someone on the radio last night call in and say that Australia was going to win 2-1 because they just beat Canada 1-0.
Yeah, I love people like that. Those fans who think it's like when they say, "Oh, Newcastle."
But that's on form.
So that means we must be the best team in the Premier League because we beat City. Do you know what I mean? I hate when people start talking like that.
But it's on form, Baz.
You're talking about Tottenham fans. You must be talking about Tottenham fans then.
Tottenham, yeah, or Arsenal fans. Arsenal have won the league already. Remember. Let's not get bitter now. Let's not get bitter. I'm still trying to find.
He's not letting it go, is there? They're not letting it go at all.
I'm just for me, Martin. For me, Donnarumma came in on the 4th week of the season.
Yes,
that is the penalizing aspect of it, because if we're looking at form, what qualifies form? That's always what I was asking was how many games is form at this point? Is it from the beginning of the season? Because to Martin's defense, Martin was saying, this young in the season, it's hard to have, what is current form. But I'm just trying to play devil's advocate for.
You're trying to be too nice to Martin when I've fixed it so we can actually get some players in the team, right?
He said it. Sorry, I'm in and out. I'm trying to get my camera back.
I've never disagreed with you, Martin. I told you I was going to make sure we had a decent conversation and argument. It should be
a decent conversation that went my way.
Yeah. I don't like losing. Right, I need to just upload this.
No, but to be fair, I would probably, I'd put Langer on Murphy on the right wing, Doku on the left, Foden in the 10.
Doku on the left, Foden in the 10, Holland up front. Yep. All right. So then
it's all right.
So given that 11, then
I made
Ed, you're good. Ed, you're good with that 11.
He's not going to be happy because I made an executive decision looking at the stats and I put Silver on the right.
Yeah, if that was the team, like if Donnarumma was in goal, that would be the best team.
No. Donnarumma doesn't come into the conversation. Remember, Pope's in goal.
Other than that, then that's a fine team.
I think it's a fantastic team. I'm gonna put it up.
Wait, but did you say you replaced Vardiol with Diaz?
Yeah.
Well, actually, I was gonna throw something else out there.
One.
I would put Vardiol in. What's the guy you got from AC Milan?
Chow.
Botman or Chow?
I'll put Chow in there.
You see, Botman's played better than Chow, though.
Not on the eye test, but
that's just my opinion. You know, I don't. You know.
Yeah, no.
I'm not gonna lie. I haven't watched enough of him to make a.
Oh, Botman's superb. So's Chow as well.
No, I mean on Chow. I haven't seen him. I like Chow.
Chow came in and has made right center back his position, which is what we brought him in for, because he is our long-term replacement for Fabian Schär.
Yeah.
Right now he's keeping Schär out. He's keeping Schär out of the starting 11.
Yeah.
Are we doing manager now?
Oh no. Are we doing Gvardiol or Diaz? On current form.
On current form, I would go Diaz on current form.
Current form, yeah, Diaz.
I mean, I would have Gvardiol in any of the teams. That was.
Yeah, I would. But
I mean, Newcastle wanted him. They just couldn't buy him. There was no chance of. Well, we couldn't afford him because we couldn't spend any money that way. He's a fantastic defender. He's been in every one of my fantasy teams.
I mean, the only reason why I would take him over Botman is what he provides on both ends of the pitch.
True.
Yeah.
Yep. 100%.
That's the argument between Gvardiol and Diaz. Gvardiol better going forward, but if you actually look at the defensive stats, Diaz is streets ahead of Gvardiol. Because maybe Gvardiol takes more of a risk going forward than what Diaz does.
So our defense is Trippier, Diaz, Botman, O'Reilly.
I'll bring it up. I'll bring the whole team up.
Okay. He's putting it together.
Are we doing manager as well?
There's no argument over the manager. What did you
I'm just waiting for that. Pardon? What did we win? We had a season off.
So we won a trophy. You didn't. So your manager's now better than ours because of that. And bearing in mind, our manager's done it without having all the money that you guys.
Oh, here we go! I knew that one was coming.
There we go. There we go. I'm throwing it out there. I'm throwing it.
I forgot. How many clubs Eddie Howe's managed? Burnley.
Yeah, but that was
Bournemouth.
A really bad time for him. Bournemouth. How can you argue against what he did at Bournemouth? Was absolutely.
I'm not arguing about what he did.
All right, I'll throw this to you. Do you think Pep could have done what Eddie Howe did at Bournemouth?
I don't know, because that I find a very subjective debate, because I've had this debate myself of, can you name me a top manager who has gone into the lower echelons of the leagues? Apart from when they're coming up.
None, because they wouldn't.
None. Yeah.
So it's a very unfair argument to have that. It's like saying, would Mourinho do at Crystal Palace what he did at Chelsea?
That's always been the argument, hasn't it?
It's what I mean. There's a reason these managers get the top jobs.
But who do you think develop players better?
Oh, that's a good question to me, because personally,
that's not even a question.
Well, it's Eddie Howe.
Sorry, Eddie Howe developed Lionel Messi? Sorry, has Eddie Howe developed Lionel Messi?
Whoa. Pep
Xavi and Iniesta.
Pep didn't
Busquets.
Develop them.
What we doing here? What you doing here?
Pep did
Rodri,
Haaland, Rodri.
Develop them. They were already ready-made players when Pep had them.
He developed Rodri, guys. Come on.
He developed the system and the way that they play was fantastic. But what you got to remember is they grew up through a system where they were always.
Phil Foden.
Phil Foden's been brilliant. Don't get me wrong, but it wasn't Pep who turned him into a footballer.
It was Pep who gave him his debut. Yeah, it was. Pep gave him his debut.
Lewis Hall.
So who's nurtured him through the whole first team then?
Well, Pep has. But look at all the players.
So he's not developed him then?
So look at Alexander Isak, turned him into an absolute beast who Liverpool decided to pay a record fee for.
Right, Baz, I think this is where it is. I agree, Isak was a beast, but this is where you got to understand is.
I'm not talking about Isak, I'm talking about Bruno.
You're not going to like this. It's going to sound very thing.
Oh, you can't say Bruno and say Pep had
the levels above.
You can't say that.
Levels above.
I think Eddie Howe is a better man manager than Pep is.
See, he's talking that much. Is everyone frozen, or is it me?
No.
He's talking that much waffle. Even his internet disagrees with him now.
Look at Go back to that comment. Go back to where's the one that just said.
Yeah,
it was about Grealish.
No, this one as well. Eddie Howe developed Jacob Murphy. Enough said. And then, I mean, you ruined Jack Grealish.
£100 million player, and he's now on loan at Everton.
He's Everton's best player, though.
Yeah, because he's managed better at Everton.
There's a twinge of jealousy going on here. There's a twinge of the old green-eyed monster going on here a little bit.
There's just that little niggling noise in the back of your head that you've always had. That thought, is Pep really as good as he thinks he is?
Okay, so did we?
Is he taking the mic tonight? Are you on one?
Did we finish the bench for this combined 11?
We haven't even started the bench.
Are we doing a bench?
No,
because he's on a right wind-up merchant tonight.
I don't think we've got time.
I can't believe we're having this debate about Eddie Howe and Pep. I can't believe it.
I can. I absolutely can.
Oh my God! What has Eddie Howe got over you?
So when Eddie Howe leaves Newcastle, he's going to manage Bayern Munich, Barcelona,
England.
That's like saying Mancini's better than Pep because Mancini brought us our first trophy in 40, 50 years. What are we doing here?
Hold on a minute. Where did Sir Alex Ferguson go after Man United?
Nowhere.
Exactly. So Eddie Howe might not go anywhere. Eddie Howe might be our Sir Alex Ferguson and might start winning loads of trophies. And then we're having a different conversation.
Our owners will never sack Pep.
I don't think our owners will ever sack Eddie Howe either. I think Eddie Howe will come to the decision.
Then I'm sorry, they've no ambition.
Well, they're actually offering him a big.
Eddie Howe will never ever win a league for your lot. You'll never win a league.
Someone snip that and get it ready.
You snip it. You snip it.
I think Eddie Howe could easily win a league if he was given the money to do it.
I'm sorry, I'm going. Eddie Howe is not in the elite of football managers. He's not. Very good. He's not elite. He's not.
Let's just say, for example,
Kylian Mbappe looks at Eddie Howe and goes, "Who the hell are you?" Pep Guardiola, who gets on his hands and knees and kisses his feet. There's the difference.
I love it. Sane again ruined. Had to sell him. If we're talking from Pep last season,
you know this is becoming. You didn't tell me this was a wind-up show tonight.
I didn't know either. I'm just coming on.
You're winding yourselves up.
Wait, who's?
Wait, just give me 2 seconds. I need to put myself on mute.
What happened? Oh, sorry. Yep, got it. Okay. You had a phone call.
Man. Hey, man, if Newcastle want to give Eddie Howe a new contract, I feel like he's deserved it, but we'll have this conversation in the next couple of years. We'll be revisiting this conversation.
I have no doubt. I have no doubt. I think we'll have this conversation. I think we'll have this conversation again in 6 months.
We'll probably have this conversation again in the next international break.
Go on, just stick Elliot's thing up again and just read it.
Oh, by the way, I'll also give another person who Eddie Howe personally coached and became on to be a great player after he moved on, Elliot Anderson.
Mm-hmm. All right, but that wasn't Eddie Howe. Sorry, no, just put that other comment back, Elliot. Sorry, what was the one? Grealish did what during what season?
Oh, this one. Yeah, but that was how long ago?
What season was that? What season was that?
How long ago was it? I can't remember.
And by the way, there was no Carabao Cup in there, mate. FA Cup, League, Big A's, the 3-3. You know what I mean?
Living in the past.
No, we'd already done the quad. We've already done the quad that Sir Alex Ferguson said could never be done.
Congratulations.
100 points. Someone said it would never get done. doubles, 4 in a row. Someone said was never going to get done. He's not bad for a checkbook manager.
I've never said I have said to you, could Eddie Howe do the same thing if he had the finances behind him? And I think he could. Don't think he'd ever hit Howe.
Will Eddie Howe want people?
This is becoming Isle War. This is becoming Isle Wars, not Isle Brothers. There's no brotherly love tonight.
Because if we had Eddie Howe would have wanted Rodri. Eddie Howe wanted Declan Rice.
Stop living in the past. We don't live in the past. You live in our shadow, Gary. Shadow.
Don't forget, Declan Rice is a fantastic football player. And he's
I'm loving the banter tonight. Hey, Baz, you're right. It is more fun when you're not hosting, you know. You can have more banter.
Isn't it? I did tell you.
All right, then. Genuine question to you two. All banter aside, would you swap Eddie Howe for Pep? And be real.
Ooh, if you had the money, yes. I think he needs the money to be able to buy the players that he wants to be able to manage the team well. I think Eddie Howe has done an impeccable job. I don't think anyone else could have done what he's done. Coming from when he took over to where he is now. But if you're saying to me right now, PSR becomes non-issue and Pep Guardiola is an option, yeah, I'd take Pep. Of course I would. I've always...
See, that's why I disagree. I'm of the opinion Arsenal would have won the league 3 years ago with Pep.
Would have won the league?
Yeah.
Probably not, no, because you need more than that one season to get his style across to all the players. Remember, Arsenal are a very different team to Man City.
Sorry, how is building a dynasty?
He has put himself in the history books anyway because he's won a trophy. Honestly, you've got to give Eddie Howe a chance. I
wouldn't have him at City. Liverpool wouldn't have him at Liverpool. Bayern Munich wouldn't have him at Bayern Munich. Real Madrid wouldn't touch him.
Hold on a minute. You wouldn't have him at Bayern Munich. I think Bayern Munich would have Eddie Howe. Bearing in mind they took a risk on Vincent Kompany, who'd only managed Burnley.
Mm-hmm. And if you got him that job.
Yeah, but I'm telling you now, Eddie Howe could have easily walked into that job if he wanted it.
I think you're putting Eddie Howe somewhere he doesn't belong.
How can you say that when he's got the 4th most points in the Premier League since he took over? And bearing in mind, when he took over,
you just said about not spending money. Yeah. What did you spend in the first 6 months of him being there? Go on, I'll ask Dan. Dan's more honest than you. I'll ask Dan. Dan's more honest than you. How much did you spend in the first 6 months he took over?
Was it 200 million?
Oh, thank you. I didn't realise Trippier and Bruno and all them walked in on a freebie out the streets of Newcastle, mate.
It didn't cost
but hold on. When you're talking about the amount of money, then versus how many players for that amount of money. You know, we didn't spend 100 million on one player. Like you're
but Dan, that's because you couldn't. Didn't mean you wouldn't have done. You just showed it by spending 80 million on a guy from Germany no one knew.
What I was saying was, out of that 200 million in the first season that Eddie Howe was in charge, we signed the likes of Trippier, Dan Burn, I'm trying to. Nick Pope for 10 million. We took advantage of a release clause, relegation release clause, and we got Nick Pope for 10 million. Trippier, Dan Burn, Botman, Bruno. I'm trying to think of who else we bought with that 200 million. Isak.
Not the first window we signed Chris Wood.
Chris Wood for 25 million. That's correct. And we took advantage again of a release clause.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, then. So that's fair.
Again, but Martin, again, you mentioned PSR. which is always
No,
going to
I've
be the
not. No,
albatross.
Baz did. Baz
I did,
did.
yeah.
I've not mentioned PSR. Baz did.
Bearing in mind, we haven't. This is the first window in free that we've actually been able to spend some money.
No,
Matt,
and you
Matt
spent
Target
well
for
over 200
13.
mil. You spent
Yeah.
well over 200 mil.
And how much have you spent? How much have Liverpool spent?
Well, no, but
Baz,
listen,
that's not the
You know what I
point.
mean?
That's not the point.
But-
The point is, the comment was, Eddie Howe doesn't spend the money, he develops all the players. I disagree with that. Because when the money's available, he spends it.
Yeah, but he can't spend to the levels that you guys can to build.
But we've only ever spent to them levels once on one player, which was Grealish.
No, that's
as you do know, we could have bought.
I'm talking about when you first got taken over. Like,
how Pep wasn't even there then.
Yeah, but this is the difference. You see, Pep walked into a team that was I'm not slating him. Pep walked into a team that was already there and ready to win things. Eddie Howe took over a team that hadn't won a game in the first, how many ever games it was, up until Christmas, and turned that team around from almost certain relegation to being in the Champions League twice and winning a trophy. That is the difference. Pep couldn't do that.
Okay, let me ask you a different question. Would you have Eddie Howe or Glasner?
Eddie Howe.
I
think Glasner.
But by the way, Elliot's on fire there. Alanga costs more than Haaland.
Yeah, yes, but you got a release clause. You got lucky with a release clause.
How is that lucky? That's not lucky.
Of course it is. It is lucky.
No, but because he could have chose to go to another place, though. He didn't have to choose to come.
He could have. But that's lucky that he had that release clause. He should have.
And we didn't have 50 million to spend on a player.
I cannot genuinely believe we are saying people would have Howell. That astonishes me. He's got some hold over you lot.
And by the way, where did he get 200 million from in the first transfer window that we signed all these players?
No, you spent about what, 100 and odd?
90.
You spent a lot.
90.
No, and then the summer. No. Yeah, then the summer to first year. First year. Because City don't normally spend in January. January was the first time. Yeah, we had to. The first time we've ever done it.
And then the first summer window, that's when we brought Isak in.
Mm-hmm. How much was he?
He was 73.
So nearly 20 million more than. Do you know that's higher than any other player we bought apart from Grealish?
Yeah, because we knew what we were buying, and then we sold it for
I don't know about that. How much was Vardio?
Oh yeah,
Vardio was 68 going up with add-ons.
Okay. There we go. Ours was 73 with add-ons.
Mm-hmm. How much was Diaz? 30.
I like the Blade throws out Wayne Bridge.
Here we go.
That wasn't Pep. No, I'm going to make you slapping Pep for something he wasn't even there on.
True. No. Agreed. No. Fine. And somebody.
You know, the takeover was Mark Hughes. Mark Hughes was our manager when we got taken over.
I get that.
Martin, I'm going to help you out here. Somebody else in the chat also said you've sold 500 million worth of EDS players,
which we don't have.
And they're glittered all over the Premier League. And they're glittered all over the Premier League.
Yep. So and so is Chelsea. And so is Chelsea in that regard.
Yeah.
Aston Villa have our youth, Chelsea have our youth, United have some of our youth.
Yeah.
Liverpool have got
we have. Remember, you've been building that for years and years and years and years. But
I can't. I'm not going to slap Pep for being 10 years ahead of a takeover.
Oh no, that's fine. But here we go. Right, since Newcastle got took over by PIF, transfer fees spent. Newcastle 652 million we've spent since the takeover. That's the 7th highest in the Premier League. Man City are third with 862 million. Right. Chelsea have spent 1.67 billion. Right. So do you think if Newcastle have been able to spend 1.6 billion since the takeover, what position would we be in with Eddie Howe?
with Pep Guardiola had the money that you just said he's had since the takeover, you'd never have been out of the Champions League.
I don't agree with that because he's got to save us from relegation first. Do you think Pep Guardiola would have came in at Newcastle with the takeover, having 3 points on the table, certain relegation staring in the face? Would Pep Guardiola have saved it? Would he have saved us with the players we had and the players we bought? Bear in mind, we had Kieran Clark, we had Dwight Dale.
I don't know. But I'll be honest, top managers wouldn't have took that job.
But he's turned himself into a top manager because of what he did.
I would agree with that. I would agree that he has grown into a class manager. I'm not going to say world class, and I'm not saying elite. I'm just saying he's a class manager.
Yep. And
you guys got one from the start because he had already been at Bayern Munich. He had already been at Barcelona. You guys got a pedigree manager because pedigree managers come to pedigree teams.
Yeah.
We are not a pedigree team yet. We're still growing.
No, Dan, but that's what I'm saying. That's my whole point. Once you get that pedigree thinking, is when Eddie Howe will get moved.
But then think about this. You've spent.
I've always said that.
No. Think about this. You've had a squad. You've been winning things. You've also spent 862 million. Newcastle were bottom of the league. Managed to survive. Spent 652 million and started.
Spent just under 200 less. And how many trophies have we won in that time?
Well, exactly, because you already had a ready-made team. And then you just...
No. That's not the debate.
You're not listening to what I'm saying, though.
No, I'm not. Eddie Howe, compare Pep and Eddie Howe is like comparing a Lamborghini with a Nissan Micra. It is crazy talk.
I think that's very harsh on Eddie Howe, and I think a lot of people who were in the
crazy talk
would also say that as well.
It's like, tell me to put my Bentley up so you can bring out the Buick.
I like Gary asked, when was the last time an English manager won a trophy?
See, that's the problem. That's the problem. Too many. That's part of the thing that Eddie Howe has got, because he's English and everyone's got this patriotic thing in the world at the minute. An English manager with an English club, and it's a great thing. And I know there's a lot of people pulling that at the moment. That's why there's a big clamour for English players again now, and let's get them patriotism.
But then again, Gary also asked the question a while back in the chat: what was special about Alex Ferguson before he took the job at Man United?
Because of what he'd done at Aberdeen.
And how long did it take him to be successful at Man United? It took 5 years.
Yeah, I agree.
And he built it.
How long's Eddie Howe been there?
And he built it on development players.
And when they were in the league, within 5 years, Ferguson was winning.
Yeah, but it was a lot easier back then to be able to do that than it is now. Much easier. And it
like I said, we'll agree to disagree. I just feel we're in different stratospheres.
Yeah,
we're in different stratospheres.
Yeah, but you weren't even in the conversation back then. It was Aston Villa. It was Man United. It was Blackburn. Norwich City were better than you back then as well, and better than us. So you got to think about how football's developed and changed because of money. And Fergie started it without money. And then when Man United became the big powerhouse they were,
Sunderland was good back then too, right?
They were, yeah. For about a season.
Was Man City the second team to be taken over by big money? Chelsea was the first.
Chelsea
with Abramovich.
Second, yeah. Well, no, but to be fair, Blackburn were the first team because they bought the league.
Jack Walker.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm talking about big money.
Well, technically, United went on the stock exchange in 1992. And they went public.
They went public. There you go. Well, yeah.
Oh, yeah. So it can go back. I mean, you go back.
We go back to Alan Shearer was a British transfer record when he moved from Southampton to Blackburn for £3.5 million.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it?
No, listen.
Warren Barton, when he left Wimbledon and went to Newcastle, was the most expensive
right back
or defender in England at £4 million. When we start talking about the fact that Alan Shearer in 1996 was a world record fee of 15 million, and now we're talking about spending 15 million on youth players to bring them in. So I mean, do
you know what it is with me, Dan? I think using the money argument is a lazy argument. I think it's a lazy argument because I also think it's an argument that people, because in all fairness, Chelsea, you just said purpose 1.6 billion.
1.6.
And look where they are. Man United have spent over 2 billion.
Man United 934 million since the
this is where I fall down on this. Well, if they had the money that A, B, and C had, well, we can't be doing that because Ten Hag had a lot of money. Giggs had money. You know, we can go through all this. Lampard had money.
Solskjaer had money.
It's a fallacy, this money thing.
Absolutely, you're absolutely right. My question is this, and I think this is what Baz was getting at. Would Pep Guardiola he wouldn't have come into Newcastle with Newcastle in 19th place. He wouldn't have taken the job.
Mm-hmm. That's why it's a question you can never answer because Pep would have took the job. Mourinho would have took the job.
So we're at an impasse. We're at a agree to disagree moment in the conversation because
I get it because
Pep Guardiola wasn't going to have a Jacob Murphy in his team. Pep Guardiola wasn't going to have a Kieran Clark in his team. Pep Guardiola certainly wasn't playing Joe Linton up front.
No, I agree. But here's the thing: when was it when you were flirting with when you were struggling? Not last season before, was it? And there was them strong rumours of the board were up and down, and didn't he have like 2 or 3 games save his job or something?
Well,
Pep's never been in that situation. But Pep's never been.
Wasn't it?
Pep had a 1 in 14, and there wasn't even a think of sacking the guy.
Yeah, but we don't know if they were thinking about sacking the guy. Just because it was in the press doesn't mean it's true. Now you've also got to look at what's happening at Newcastle. We've now got a new DOF picked by Eddie Howe. Now that never happens in a football world. Always the other way around. And why is that happening at Newcastle? Because Eddie Howe is seen as someone who will take this club as far as it needs to go. And that's what the Saudis say. And they're investing their money into him because they believe in him.
Do you agree with that appointment, by the way?
I do, yeah. 100%. Absolutely. Because
our new director of football.
Yeah, we have had 2-3 years of so much unsettled backroom staff fighting with Eddie Howe. Or that's what it looks like from the outside, doesn't it, Dan? We've had so many people who, have come in, upset the apple cart. Eddie Howe is a very family-orientated manager. He wants to have that feel-good factor. And it felt like there was loggerheads going on. So if you want to change the manager, you get a DOF to come in who knows his manager, knows the style of play, and then you get on with it. What they've decided to do, and it's the right thing to do, because Eddie Howe deserves it, he's found a DOF that works for him and will work for the football club, and then it'll get results on the pitch. So let's revisit the Eddie Howe talk in a couple of years' time and see if you're right, Martin. But right now, we're never going to agree. Ever when it comes to Eddie Howe not being good enough to take Newcastle forward, because right now all he's done is took Newcastle forward.
To where? That's my no. See, this is my argument. There's a ceiling. My point is, there's a ceiling.
He hasn't reached his ceiling yet, though. We don't know if he's
reached his ceiling. He hasn't. You made top 5. What's the ceiling next title race?
Well, that's what. If we get the money to spend and be able to have the players on the bench that Arsenal do, you do, how do you know that won't happen?
So you want him to do what you just had to go at Pep for doing?
I want him to be able to build a squad and a team that's capable of competing on all 5 fronts, just like you do and Arsenal do.
Mm-hmm. And that took us 12, 13 years.
Yeah. So far, 3 years, it's took Eddie Howe to win a trophy and to get us into the conversation of getting into the Champions League. Twice he's done that.
Yeah,
quicker than what you guys did it.
16 years non-stop in it.
Exactly. So
more than any other English team in it.
There's plenty of time for Eddie Howe to be able to prove you wrong.
2 finals, won it once. 3 semi-finals. We can go on here. He slapped Ferguson up at Wembley. Come on, what we doing here?
Yeah. But you're fine. You've got this lovely, rich history. But before you take over,
we had a lovely rich history. We had a lovely rich history then when Fanny Lee lifted the trophy up at St James's Park. Remember that one as well?
Let's remember Ten Hag got one over on you as well and won the FA Cup.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Which completely screwed us. Remember? Thank you.
Maybe you should have been good enough. Dan, maybe you should have been good enough to not rely on other teams.
Well, no, we could do this round and round and round and round.
Exactly.
No, there is no doing it. There is no doing it.
There is no doing it. I love it.
He's been a right little naughty little boy, this one tonight. Since this APT case, he's gone really sour on City lately. Since this APT stuff.
Here we go.
Really has triggered.
I remember. I do.
This, right? Look, let me do this one. So everyone calls Newcastle United a small club, right?
No. Whenever I ever said you're a small club,
you haven't. A lot of people do, right? So before Man City's takeover, right before your takeover, Man City had won 2 league titles and 3 FA Cups before your takeover. Chelsea, before their takeover, had won 1 league title and 3 FA Cups. Newcastle, before even Man City, Chelsea, or Newcastle were taken over, had won 4 league titles and 6 FA Cups.
That one wasn't disputing that.
Well, you just said that we won.
And what about league cups?
Oh no, I don't know how many league cups you had before.
Hang on a minute, you wanted league cups. We're not including league cups now.
This is what it said.
No, but Baz, you'd also forgot we'd won a cup winners' cup. See what we're doing here? We're not being genuine now.
So that puts you to 6. Still puts us on 10.
And how many league cups? How many league cups?
Tell me how many league cups you won.
I do remember a time when Newcastle was in the Premier League and Man City were in League 2.
Yeah, it's like what we...
Division 1, sorry.
Do you know?
In the first division.
This APT's really hurt you lot out there, and it really has hurt you.
Are we still oil brothers or are we oil rivals? Which one?
It's becoming oil rivals, Ed. Since this APT case, when we went, see you later, Jack, we're all right, they're really upset.
But we're not rivals because you keep telling me we're not in your league.
That's yeah, we kind of feel like we're outside.
I know, but that's the thing. The thing is, this is where I think some have to be genuine. People who are on the outside will hate what goes on the inside. Once you're on the inside, you want to be in the inside. This is if people were just a bit honest and went, you know what, I want to be in there with Liverpool, Arsenal, City, Madrid, and all them. People are honest. They go, no, we don't want to be part of that top echelons. We want to do it out, and you don't. You want to be on the top table. And when you get to the top table, you will turn to the likes of Everton, and you'll turn to the likes of Fulham, and you'll stick 2 big fingers up to them and go, see you later, enjoy yourself down there. And you will. That's just football fanatics.
Well, that's what Everton did.
Yeah, but that's my point, Baz. You're a bit like this with City now, but if you were with us and up there, you'd be like that with others.
I'm not being like anything, mate.
No, case in point was the Visser stuff. It was okay for you to screw Visser and Brentford over, but you got it done by a bigger club and it was wrong.
I never said that was good. I was very upset with how that went.
No, I don't mean you. I'm talking about the general thing was.
Go on.
The Brentford stuff was all okay, but the Liverpool would have, and I agree. And I've said Liverpool were disgusting, and so was Isaac. But I don't think any transfer is done perfectly.
Mark, that's a great segue to what I want to talk about.
No transfer is done perfectly. That's the problem.
Yeah, but with Wisser, what you got to remember as well is Wisser was told he could leave for a certain fee.
We had it in writing.
We had that with Harry Kane. That means nothing. Doing that means now you got to have it in writing.
He did have it in writing. That's the difference. But then
he had it in writing from his board.
Well, and then how long does that take? How messy does that get? We were really needing a striker very, very badly.
I'm with Baz and have been upfront about it For as long as we were in for the player, I was not in agreement with getting Wissa that way. We had to get a striker. We had to get a striker. You know, Liverpool didn't have to have Isak, and Isak didn't have to go to Liverpool. He made it clear he was only going to go to Liverpool, and Liverpool were the only team that was going to be able to come in and buy him.
Yeah.
The fact of the matter is, Wissa never downed tools and said, I'm not going to make myself available. He was showing up to training. He was making himself available. He was not chosen. He was not chosen. And then when the goalpost got moved, remember, we bid 35 million, which was what he was rated at. And then all of a sudden, Brentford said, no, we want 50. That's when he lost the plot. That's when he lost his marbles and said, wait a minute. 35 is fair. I'm worth 30. They're paying 35. Anyway, from the whole scenario, I'm not happy by how we got Wissa. I'm not happy with how Liverpool got Isak. I think it was all dirty. It didn't make anybody feel good.
No, but it happened with us, Dan, with Harry Kane. Well. We were told Harry Kane would be allowed to go to Manchester City 6 months beforehand. And then Daniel Levy pulled the lever and he was given answer the phone.
We all know what Daniel Levy is like. He's in
No, but that's what I'm saying. It happened just to me. I think it's just the way football is now.
Yeah, but let's remember about how Harry Kane acted when that happened. He still went out and played. Still went out and scored goals.
No, he didn't. He came back 2 weeks late from training.
Did he?
Mm-hmm.
Was it in the summer? Yeah, but then he started playing and started banging in the goals and then doing it.
Yeah, but he came back late.
Yeah, well,
and then he twisted all the story around and said he was allowed to do it. Yeah, but it was still, he was coming to City. And the simple fact is, I'm sorry for putting it this way, every single football fan wants to be on the inside pissing out than to be on the outside pissing in. Simple facts of it.
True.
Nobody,
that's true.
And that's the thing is, and I was like this, and Ed will tell you, and Ed was the one who said to me, Martin, you've got to stop thinking about how other fans feel and how other clubs feel. You're a City fan. And I know we all want to do this football pyramid and the 92 and everyone's happy and Larry and everything else. But the same way, when Everton and Aston Villa, if they got taken over, they won't care about you.
No, of course they won't. We don't care about
They cared about you while you're with them. And that's why Pep said there's only interest in football. There are no friends.
Look at that comment, Martin.
Yeah, no, but there are no friends. There are no friends.
No, you're absolutely right. Absolutely right. But
this is where football fanism goes too far. We all get too tribal, too rivalry, and we all get all upset with each other.
Yeah, no, agreed. Yeah, that's where my Premier League morning get-togethers are so great because we get fans from every team and we're all sitting there watching the games together.
Better than Eddie Howe, and you know he is.
He was better than Eddie Howe before he was better than Eddie Howe before he arrived at City. So
I just don't like how you've ruled Eddie Howe out without actually listening to everything that he does.
I don't rate him listen. I rate him as a good manager. I don't rate him to go to the next level.
Yeah, I can't wait to prove you wrong.
Yeah, we clipped it. We'll come back to that. We'll come back to that. I got to run. Good to see you guys.
Yes, thanks for coming on.
Big up, Dan.
Right.
Cheers, Martin. Ed, good to meet you. We'll see you later.
Definitely, man. Good to talk to you.
God, I think Ed had a question about transfers, Baz, before we shoot.
No, I was the same about Wissa, right? I saw he's out for another couple of weeks.
Yes.
And FIFA's paying us compensation because he got injured while on international duty.
Yep.
That's a very good point, by the way.
So I'm saying, how much is that gonna hurt you guys moving? Because I know Hal's been managing Walter Mater's minutes carefully.
Yep.
Is that still the plan moving forward, or is Walter Mater going to be able to play back-to-back games? Or
I think he's now at a level where he should be able to play back-to-back games. He's just done it for his international team. Played back-to-back 90 minutes, I believe. So yes, I think he's ready. But again, you've still got to manage the players. You've got to be careful because one injury puts us back into the situation that we were back at the start of the season, which was we didn't have a striker. So we need to be very careful with him.
And what Baz is dancing around is he doesn't trust Asula. And can
I just say, by the way, sorry, Dan, I've got to say, some people
ahead,
make
Martin.
really stupid comments. You do know we've been doing this, our brothers, since the start of the season, and it's a bit of a laugh, and it's a bit of banter between friends. Me and Baz, especially, we're friends. We've known each other for a few years now. When Ian was on and everything else, and now Dan's here and Ed's on, this is not. We just wanted to have a bit of a laugh where we could have a bit of banter, blow some steam. Yeah. People have got. I've seen videos of this in the last couple of days. Can we stop trying to police YouTube channels and content and how things are done? We're human beings. It's international break. We just want a bit of a giggle.
Absolutely.
Sorry, Baz. I know it's your get, but it just annoys me that when I see it.
100% with 100% agree with Martin. It was all about having a banter during the international break. Game on again on Saturday as soon as it gets started again. So
that's why we've done our silly 11s for the last 3 shows. We did the best 11s outside of the takeovers, which I thought was a good one. We did
that was a great one. That was fun.
That was fun. With last week's was fun as well. Thinking about all the trusts that we've had in our
Ed wouldn't know about the worst 11. He wasn't a safe fan about that.
Oh, was he not?
I wasn't even born back then.
Good save.
Yeah, I was going to say Ed needs a little bit more color in his beard before he starts talking about that.
No, Dan, trust me. If you stood next to Ed, you'd be looking up. The guy's a BFG. I met him face to face in Orlando, and I went, "Hello." Ed called me short.
Jesus. Ed must be very tall then.
Didn't you, Ed? You called me short.
Yeah.
Well, look, he's in the trees.
He's the Gruffalo.
There you go.
All right. There's our mixed 11. Right, Dan, you get yourself off because you said you need to go.
We'll talk. Take later, guys.
We'll talk soon.
Big up, Dan.
Like I said, this is a very biased team in a way because let's face it. I mean, I'll still put it out there. Botman would definitely get into a mixed. Honestly, you need to watch him a lot closer. And Chow as well is fantastic. They don't have 5 clean sheets for a reason. Bruno and Tonali, are both fantastic players. Even Paul Scholes said Tonali's probably one of the best midfielders in the Premier League. If not, And Paul Scholes knows what it's like playing in midfield.
No, I disagree with that. He sucks on his daughter's toes. And
and again, the front line, I can't argue with any of it because at the end of the day, Gordon is starting to show a bit of his class again, but on current form, no. I would probably, to be honest with you, be very tempted to take Doku out and put Gordon in for directness because I think Doku's managed in a way where he's not as direct. Maybe he's coming back to the directness. I'm not 100% sure, but I think Gordon.
No, I think it's the opposite, Baz. I think he's become better. I don't know what Ed thinks, but I think he's become better since he started inverting him into a more central role to allow. Because the trouble is O'Reilly. This is the beauty of having O'Reilly on that left wing. Oh, sorry, left back. Because again, this is the other thing of we don't really have full backs, as in a natural full back. O'Reilly will be up near the opposition's corner flag, as will Nunes, as will. This is why we were trying to find the perfect right back for our system, because it wasn't just a right back who can defend. If you want a right back who can defend, you'll buy anyone. You can just put a centre back at right back in that instance, but you don't. You want it to sort of become the winger in essence. Now I know that has actually caused a lot of, would you say, caused a lot of controversy within our fan base, Ed? That whole system of bring back wingers and Because the trouble is, Baz, you've got wingers who will score 10, 15 goals. Yeah?
I think we're
our wingers' job is not, but our wingers, a winger's job at City is not to necessarily score a load of goals.
Yeah.
Well, we have to.
Everything's to feed the big man.
Yeah,
everything is to feed the big man.
We play a 4-3-3, and we have to rely on wingers scoring goals. Otherwise, we're not going to score enough. That's the issue. Now, what I will also argue is potentially at the end of the season, this will be a good conversation. Would Voltermaid potentially be the number 10 in this team? Because I think he's got the potential to do that. I think he's quality.
Is he nimble enough to play at the top?
Yes, 100%.
So again, I'm going to come back.
I don't know, Baz. I think I can see a second striker, but not a 10.
That's technically a 10.
No, well, I think
no, it's not.
Yeah, when I think of a 10, I think like a Foden. I think like
Kevin De Bruyne and David Silva type.
See, Kevin De Bruyne for me is not a 10. He's more of an 8. Box to box.
But this again, it's like is Bellingham a 10 or is he an 8? And this is I think because me and you, Baz, especially because we're a couple of old, coffin dodgers and old fogies, we still look at footballers in 4-4-2 in the 90s where 2 strikers, 2 wingers, 2 fullbacks, 2 centre backs.
Smash those
and
balls.
You didn't even have a 6. You didn't have a 6. You didn't have an 8. Everyone's an 8.
We just never had those different types of formations, did we? I mean,
but you didn't call them by number.
No, we didn't. Yeah, like a David Batty.
I never referred to Roy Keane as a 6. I just called him Roy Keane.
Yeah, Roy Keane. Yeah.
We never went. He's a 6 or he's an 8.5. Yeah, Vieira was a CDM. Well, was he? You didn't know. Someone just said he was a destroyer.
Yeah. Who was the other one? Petite.
Well, Henry a striker? Was he a winger? Was he a hybrid? You don't know.
Left forward.
So when I say winger,
doesn't it?
I'm looking at the likes of I'm trying to think, like back in my day, Peter Beagra, for example. Touchline hugging winger that would just get down the line and spam crosses in.
Yeah.
No one does that anymore.
No.
Because no one has a big 6'7" direct strong guy.
Well, we do now, but we still don't because he's not renowned for his head.
No, but Haaland and Voltermaid don't play like a Niall Quinn or an Alan Shearer.
No, true.
Alan Shearer used to get the ball. I mean, even Les Ferdinand. Wingers go down, Ginola down the wing, ball across, Shearer bang, Ferdinand bang. Yeah. Because Haaland and Voltermaid are nothing like Les Ferdinand and Shearer. Because Shearer, can you imagine a manager saying Shearer and Les Ferdinand, can you come back and trap back in the midfield? They'd look at him like they got 3 heads now. What do you think you're doing?
The thing is, I mean, there's a lot of possession-based football now as well, isn't it? Where Voltermaid comes.
Well, I think football's changing now. I think football's going back to the.
Less possession.
It is going back to that physical presence of the game now. I do believe we're going back to that. Not right back to it, but I do think we're going back to the powerful engine runners now. So I think
that's because there's a talent drain, Martin? Do you think it's because there's a talent drain now?
Well, you're not going to like this, Baz, but I'll give you some new information. City are very intrigued in Elliot Anderson.
Yeah, I've heard that, and I'm not surprised. I think he's been excellent. But can I ask you a question?
Martin, who's been talking? No, wait, Bass. Who's been talking about this guy for months in, Martin?
I've been talking.
No, Ed's been telling me privately for months about Elliot.
Right.
I want him.
He's
it was only a name that I officially got 2 days ago. That is actually on the list. But so's Elise and so's Kunde. But so's Mark Gay as well. Mark Gay's on the list as well now for us.
Ooh, that would be a good signing for you guys. But I'll tell you what, though, and I know you're not going to like this, but I think Elliot Anderson chooses Newcastle over trophies. If we go for him and match whatever bid you put in.
then
But that's the thing, though, right? Yeah, that's the thing when you guys.
No, I hear that, and I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I would question his thing on footballing, and that's not a dig. It's like the Bruno stuff. I get it. Do you want to win? I don't know. I'm big one of them. If you don't want to be at City, you don't want to win trophies now, don't be there.
Yeah, Kevin Keegan, a favourite of mine. Oh, Kevin Keegan.
But I do get the hometown connection and the love of the club. I get all that. I get that. But
he's a Whitby Bay lad. He's from where I'm from.
But you can't show your grandchildren love. Well, you can do, but you can't show them love. Look, what do you show them?
Show them all the money you've got in the bank.
Why did Harry Kane leave Tottenham?
Because Tottenham were never going to win anything. But they ended up winning something. Haven't they won 2 trophies since? No, it's only one.
No,
yeah, one, yeah. So there you go. So they did win something eventually. But
Dembele and Bellingham on our list. Gary's on a right wind up tonight.
To be honest with you, I actually wouldn't touch Bellingham. I think he's overrated.
I like him.
Do you?
Yeah, I'd rather have Elliot Anderson for sure.
Do you know my worry with Elliot Anderson is how much because listen, Forest aren't stupid now.
No, of course they're not.
You've got Maracas there who's got it, or Marinakis who is
just.
You saw how much we got quoted for Gibbs Whitehead when we went near him.
Yeah, but the thing is, Martin, if they finish in the bottom half,
doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. He's under contract. They'll ask for stupid money.
Yeah, I mean any money they're going to ask for is stupid money.
He would be
I was thinking 70.
I think it'd be a record buy for Newcastle.
I still think 60, 70 million.
No, I think more.
Do you?
We got quoted nearly 100 for Gibbs White.
Yeah, it doesn't mean. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to lie to you. I'd like Anderson back, but does he?
It's not that, Baz. You've got the problem we have. You go knocking on the door. Oh, these guys are rich. We had an extra 20. He's got the English tax and also his flavour of the month. It's like Semenyo at the moment. For anyone to get Semenyo out of Bournemouth now, you're going to be at 3 figures now to get him out.
Yeah, it's 100 million.
Because he's flavour of the month.
I'd think he's more than flavour of the month, though.
No, he's a good player, but yeah.
No, it was good.
70,
no one was talking Semenyo. Liverpool and all them, no one was doing this Semenyo loving last season.
I wanted him in the summer.
Because you saw, but what I mean is every club is now in for him.
Yeah, but what I mean
every club is now in for Elliot Anderson.
Summer, and we should have struck when we had the chance in the summer.
Yeah, I'm surprised you guys went
question, Baz.
Elanga over him, to be honest. They would have been around.
Elliot Anderson.
Yeah.
Elliot Anderson or Adam Wharton. If you're going to spend that money.
Wow. See, these are 2 guys, the ceiling still hasn't been reached.
I'd rather have Wharton.
Yeah, I think I would. I think Wharton's there's just something special about that lad.
The injuries scare me, though, Martin. The injuries scare me.
No, this is what I mean by flavour of the month. Wharton we knew was 80, 90 mil. Elliot Anderson has only just come into that category.
I think
on the back of what, 5-6 games?
I think Wharton is now 100 million.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah,
I've seen Wharton for 18 months do this.
Hmm.
I've only seen Elliot Anderson. You've seen a lot more of him. But did you see this in Elliot Anderson before he left?
Yes.
To this level?
Yeah. I knew he'd go all the way.
Okay.
And I never wanted to sell him.
So why sell him for 35 mil?
Because
we had to.
It was point deduction.
No, you could have sold others. If you knew he was going to be that special,
Bruno
you sell others.
What? So we sell Bruno?
I'd have sold Gordon over Elliot Anderson.
No, not at the time. No, I knew Gordon for me was elite.
Have you got a buyback?
No, which is the worst thing about the whole deal.
I don't think you'll get him, Baz.
We were in such a horrible situation. We had to sell him, and we were under the thumb. 35 million was a steal.
No, what I mean, when I mean you're saying you saw him as a £100 million player.
I didn't say it was 100.
Gordon for me,
Gordon
for me never was, never will be. I think Gordon's at his ceiling. If I'm honest with you, I'm not a big Gordon fan. Do you know who Anthony Gordon reminds me of? He reminds me of a Grealish when he was at Villa. Bags of potential, lots of time. Does he fit into that next level category?
Yeah.
But this is where, if he does come to City, this is where we talked about it before, developing, because I think Pep could develop him to be that 6'8" hybrid.
See, this is where I worry, Ed. If I'm spending close to three figures, there's no development at that point. I want a win now mentality in.
Well, Wharton's not finished either.
I think Wharton's further ahead than Elliot Anderson.
I think Wharton, there's something special about that lad.
Yeah.
But they're both good footballers. Like if you get either of them, you're going to be happy.
See, what I mean by flavour of the month is Elliot Anderson's only been doing this for the first sort of few games. It was really that. When was the England game where he stood out and it was like
Martin? I'm telling you, last season he was better than Morgan Gibbs-White.
He was, and he wasn't.
Martin,
there wasn't this Elliot Anderson loving that there was last season. There was
no. I know the media wasn't there, but if you watch the game, if you watched him play, he jumped more than Gibbs-White.
If you ask any Forest fan who's better and who was better last season, they'll tell you Elliot Anderson was.
Yeah, because they can't stand Gibbs-White now.
Well, I mean, it's not his fault. What happened, was it?
Gibbs-White's become a no-no at Forest.
Really?
Yeah.
The one thing where Elliot Anderson needs to improve on, and I've always said this, it's the amount of goals that he scores.
Oh, fitting at City then.
Yeah. I mean, 6 assists isn't bad, but he did create 7 of the big chances as well. So had they been taken, he could have had 13 assists last season. But he only scored 2 goals.
See, Morgul's put a great point. Just ask Anderson to run his contract down. If his agent's got any doubts about him, he's not going to allow that to happen when he knows the amount of clubs that are after him.
Yeah, exactly. He wants a fee, doesn't he?
But Martin, the thing about Anderson, which I like more than Wharton, he's more physical in the midfield. He's more of that thumper than Wharton.
Do you know? Well, here it is. You know where I think it's bad for City. Then you're basically saying you're giving up on Rodri.
Isn't not having someone who can compete with Rodri? Oh, again, you're buying someone.
There's no competing, because the thing is that Rodri's got 2 years left in his deal. So what you're saying is you're not going to extend Rodri up. So basically, Rodri could be gone in the summer. He'd be going after an Elliot Anderson.
Or you think so, Martin?
Yeah, because Elliot Anderson's not sitting on a bench for 4 years, mate.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Think
about it, Ed. We talked about this. If you're giving Rodri a new contract, they were talking De Bruyne money at 400k, yeah?
Yeah.
Rodri's your main guy then at 400k. Elliot Anderson is Rodri. So what happens? Like Rodri then stays for 4 years.
This is the thing though, Rodri, and I think maybe we don't know the medicals, we don't know nothing like that. Can Rodri play 3 games in a row anymore?
Then he won't sign a new contract. That's what I'm saying, Ed. Then he won't get his, because you're not going to give him 400 grand a week for. But this is the problem with KDB. You don't give someone 400k a week for 1 game a week.
I'm not saying 1 game, but 2. He can probably give you 2. I don't know if he can give you 3.
So when does Elliot Anderson play?
Can you not play them in the same team?
No. What you do with Reinders? What do you do with Nico G? What do you do? This is the problem with the squad. This is where you end up going to, because you end up with an Alvarez who throws his toys out the pram. Yep. Nathan Ake will likely leave City. By the way, that's someone who may be on the market. Nathan Ake is looking at leaving in January for the same reason. He's sat on a bench.
Yeah, fair play.
This is the problem. Players won't sit on a bench. They won't do it.
Yeah, we'll see.
What's this, by the way? Have you discussed the proposed salary cap meeting next week?
Yeah, there's big things going on in the Premier League at the minute.
Too late now. The horse has bolted when it comes to this.
Well, FIFA, I've got a meeting next week in terms of, the couple of subjects will come up. The playing games abroad.
Oh God!
Have you seen the Barcelona Villarreal are going to play in Miami?
Yeah, there's another one as well, isn't there?
They've turned around and said that will be the only and one-off game because it's already been pre-arranged without their blessing.
Well. Isn't there another one?
They've said they're going to put a rule in place where that can't happen anymore.
Good.
And they're talking about, and then this wage cap has come in. They're basically saying, I don't know if it's FIFA or I think it's UEFA against FIFA at the minute.
Oh, Jesus.
Is that right, Ed? It's FIFA versus UEFA at the minute, isn't it?
Mm.
Yeah, there's a lot of crazy stuff going on behind the scenes.
I think FIFA are trying to get the game into a global, like we go around the world and we have road shows and
yeah.
Whereas I think UEFA are going, no, we're not doing this. This is a joke. I said this to you a long time ago. I fear for the future of football right now.
No, I do as well.
Sorry, someone just putting no Baddox thing up. How can Man City afford to pay 400 to 600k a week? Because we make the most turnover in the Premier League over the last 10 years, mate.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not even questioning what Man City can pay on wages because we know we
get a bit. We've just got £1 billion sponsorship deal off Puma, mate.
Yeah, exactly. That was the whole ATP case that was going on for ages, and finally they won it. So I wouldn't be.
Haaland's on $500,000 basic, so you know where his actual wage will be then, Baz. In fact, $500,000 basic.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? But again, I mean, look at Messi's wages, look at Ronaldo's wages, but they're playing obviously in leagues where nobody.
How old's Aki now, Ed? 30,
30.
30, yeah.
Yeah, so he's coming.
This is the problem. It's great being at the top. Yeah, sure. Everyone wants to buy. This is the problem Liverpool are now finding. You can buy all the Galacticos you want, but making them all happy and because I don't think, and you're going to hate this. Sorry to say this on a Newcastle channel. Isak made Liverpool did not need Isak. They've gone one too many.
No, I agree.
I think Akitaki was the perfect striker for them, and I think they're going to piss Akitaki off just to get the Isak situation through the door. But anyway, sorry, I'm talking a lot, and I know you want to go.
Yeah, we need to go now. We've been on for like 2 hours. Or we would have been if you turned up on time. Yay.
Well, if you didn't do your little, try and cuss everything out in your own way.
There's the team again. I think it's a fantastic team. I think that team could win the Premier League.
We're in control next weekend.
I think that team could win the Premier League. That's how far I'm going to say how good that team is.
I can make it. I like I said before, Martin. I don't necessarily disagree with this team. Besides the goalkeeper,
I massively disagree on the goalie side. Yeah, I don't know where you've gone with the goalie thing. You've had
other than that, I can't really complain, to be honest.
5 clean sheets. That's the only reason why. And he's pulled off some unbelievable saves as well and kept us in games.
And some howlers. Add that in there.
I enjoyed doing that, though. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope the chat enjoyed it.
I'd rather have the world's best goalie in minute.
You got a show tonight, Martin?
No. Why has Davey had his name changed?
No, it's everyone. What's happened is YouTube.
I know it's David because of the picture, but David, have they done it again?
Yeah, they've done it again. So it's all the users' names showing rather than the actual
See,
name.
I'm used to that being Davy Mac. What the frig's happened there?
Yeah, it's YouTube
No,
again.
it's not Davy Mark, it's Davy T.
Yeah, David T, sorry. Yeah, David Mac. My apologies, David. No, no shows tonight. We're back tomorrow, 9 p.m. We are going to talk about football going abroad. And we're also going to talk City are back. Football's back.
City are back. They're not dog horses anymore.
Oh no, I'm doing the leopard in the tree all year because I know it's going to get under people's skin.
I love it. Absolutely love it. Right, very quickly, I've got to do this. Diet Crow, amazing sponsors. Baz 20% off. Link is in the description. Great stuff. Geordieland Experience won an award, setting up loads of stuff, breaking records. I think they've just signed up to Newcastle United as well to do tour stuff and things like that. So absolutely amazing. So please check them out as well. They're doing ghost Ghost Walks Around Tynemouth. There's loads of stuff on, so go and check them out as well. We'll be back on Friday night, but I won't be. It'll be Dan, Ian, and Mo, and hopefully Mike, the Brighton fan, talking about the game on Saturday because I'm stuck.
Ian, which Ian? Not our Ian.
Our Ian, yeah. I've convinced him to come back for a
show. I thought he quit.
He has, but sometimes he can pop in when he can, basically.
He's stuck City on what? Winning what?
The treble. Stuck City on winning the title. Sorry, title at 15-1.
15-1. I should have had a 20 on that.
That's a huge price, to be fair. So tune in Friday. It'll be 8 o'clock, and we'll talk about the Brighton game.
Should have had 100. What are the odds now?
They'll be probably back down to like 3-1 or something stupid like that, won't they?
Jesus, I should have
done no way you're seeing 15-1 again.
What's your game on Saturday?
Brighton away.
Saturday, Sunday. 3 p.m.
3 p.m.
Yeah, we've got 3 p.m. on a Saturday as well, which is weird.
It's weird, isn't it?
No Jack Grealish.
Oh yeah, because he can't play, can he?
Yeah.
I've put yous to win in my last man standing.
I'm in 3 FPL leagues. I'm top.
I don't do FPL. Right.
Can't be that bad.
Thanks, Ed.
See you next week. We'll sort a day out.
Yes. Let me know when. Monday or Tuesday.
You need to tell me when, and I'll work around you.
Okay. I won't be available Tuesday.
Monday.
I'm waiting for Graham Bailey to get back to me because he says he'll come back on again. So that's either going to be Monday or Tuesday. So whichever one he doesn't do, I can do.
Get him on for both. We'll both speak to him.
Yeah, I'll ask him. See what he wants to do. Right. Good night, everyone. Lovely chatting to you.